Hello, and welcome to my first episode of my mod testing series. This is going to be a series where either I come up with ideas that I want to test out with mods, or you do, and you send it to me. I will get into more detail as to how that works later, when I'm actually working on my first idea that I want to test. But I'm going to show you that this is going to be a clean slate. So first, this is the default Forge version. This is currently the latest one that I have on me. I have already downloaded. So, open game directory. Is at the Minecraft folder. Okay. Let's do that. But let's make a new one. Okay. Now I've already created a folder for where it's now going to be. Instead of being in the default location, it's going to be here it's on my secondary hard drive in the games Minecraft instances folder. Test series. We'll have a folder named test series, and that is where it will find its location. Okay, everything else is good. Save profile. Now, edit profile, open game directory, and it opens it here. But the instance I hit play. But let's change this to mod testing series. Mod testing series. There we go. Just gonna hit play. It will get everything to the way it is normally, and we shall see. Okay, Minecraft started. Let's find out. It shouldn't take long. It's only got Forge, which would mean 3 mods installed. Haha. So that is just evidence that yes, this is a clean slate. Now I'm gonna get it ready for my mod test. Now I'm going to show you the primary mods folder that I'm going to be using for this series. I will change this if it needs to be changed, but I don't see that need to happen. Chicken chunks is so that if I need to chunk load something because I need to go away to test it or something like that, that's primarily the reason. Inventory tweaks. I hate messy inventories. That's all I'm gonna say, is for testing out any amount of damage, because this just adds a single dummy that tells you how much damage you do to it. That's it. Not enough items? Well, this is so that I can find out recipes and do a lot of useful stuff. It give me items and stuff like that. Add-ons is just that, add-ons. Wayla, what am I looking at, is useful for figuring out what am I looking at. This would be useful for any amount of exploration or anything like that. Although as I am going to be in creative, well, I guess I don't technically need it, but it's still nice and useful. And it does provide extra information that you don't need. And that makes it so you don't need to be in creative. Okay, so that's the primary mods folder. There were 7 items in there, but this reads it as 14. Okay. Now, time for the actual test that I want to do. So, what I wanted to test was Applied Energistics 2. Okay. Now, just recently I was away from my computer for a while, so I was thinking about Minecraft because I get bored, so I start thinking. And I came up with some designs I think could be very interesting, and I wanted to test out to see whether or not they would work. Basically, if these do work, then anyone that thinks that Soren's systems are complicated, you're gonna hate it when he finds out about this design. Because it makes his designs, and makes it so that they can be infinitely more. You can grow the same AE system an infinite amount if this works. And I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work. Okay, so I'm just going to create a standard test world. And yes, I always do name it. Darn it. Super flat. That'll work. Okay, allow cheat. Sure. Creative. Good. Okay, so this is. Oh, I just realized one thing. Video settings. Get that back up. Yeah. So this is based on the same concept as the Super Soren drive. So I guess it's not necessary that Soren sees this to know about it, but it'd definitely make it a bit more complicated. Okay, so applied energistics 2. Okay. What I'm gonna need to test this out is let's see here. In order to test the basics, I'm going to need an ME controller. Well, actually, no, I don't need that. Cable. Okay. I'll use different colors of cabling. Not dense cable. Oh, it's marked cable. Okay, so I'm going to go with white and black. Yeah, sure, I'll grab some flux. Okay, I'm gonna grab a interface terminal, an interface, and a storage bus, if I can see one. There we go. Okay, then a quartz fiber. Finally, the last two things are going to be an ME drive. Oh wait, no, I'm going to need one. I'm an idiot. Oh wait, no, I don't need that. Okay, never mind. I've got creative energy. Sorry, I was just thinking about the fact that I didn't have a non-AE source of energy, and now I do. Creative energy cell. Okay, so I don't need that. So, and then a storage cell. Okay, so keep that in my inventory. Okay, no, I'm gonna have this. Okay, there are two designs I came up with. One design doesn't use ME controllers. That's the design I'm gonna show off right now. And it may or may not work. I don't know. If it does, you may all just love me. Ah, darn it. I really am an idiot sometimes. No. There we go. They look too similar. Okay. Quartz. White. There we go. And then this right here is a storage bus, so this right here will be a storage bus. That'll be an interface. That'll be an interface. That'll be a storage bus. That'll be black. That'll be a quartz. This is the most basic. This is the smallest, tightest you can get. And really, there's not much reason to have it be any tighter. Okay. says here because I have it on the other end. So, if I just hook this up to here, it'll be off at the moment because I don't have power, which I'm going to put down right there. And voila, you're online. You're online. You're completely full because each one of these takes up a channel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is one full subnetwork. This only has 3 full. This only has 3 full. Okay. And there's nothing I can access. Why is that? Storage bus, interface, storage bus, interface. Let me drive. What the heck? What happened to this? What happens? That is a standard 64K. Me storage cell, yet you're not even reading it. What the heck? Okay, let's try out a smaller one. See if something screwed up with this. Oh, interface terminal. That is a derp. That's a derp. One access terminal. Terminal. There we go. Okay, so if this works, then I can place this in here. Have one of these slots and be able to pull out here. Haha, that works. So then the basis of the entire design would work. So let's test it out a little bit more. Okay. So I'm gonna need to break you for a second to get you then to life. Well, okay. So storage bus interface. 1, 2, 3. This is the tightest the subnetwork one can go. The one with the controllers is significantly better in many ways. Okay, so interface, storage bus, interface, storage bus, storage bus, interface, quartz fiber, quartz fiber. Now if this works well, then I can pull out of here a term from there. If I was to put something in there. Haha. And I can access here from any one of these places. Okay, that's nice. So, what about if I wanted to say import or export from it instead of just pull in and out, because I know I will want to import and export some things. Everyone does. Export plus. Yeah, let's just go with standard chest. And yeah, let's say quartz fiber. That works. Okay. What if we put those 2 quartz fiber in here and put down an import bus? Okay, haha. Nice. Okay. So that works. Okay. Okay, so let's see about crafting. This could be interesting. Wait, in order for it to craft, it has to be able to pull. And again. Okay, so it can definitely push, pull anything from storage and store anything in anywhere. Okay, so you can do that. So let's say that I have, it's up here, molecular assembler. Okay, a basic 1K, because you don't need more than that. 1. And anyway, we're going to overload that pretty quickly. Smart cable black to power that. And ME terminal. Okay. That's all we're going to need. So let's pull out some wood, put it in there. Let's grab a pattern terminal. Let's get a pattern, and that's where the heck is a pattern? Okay, you know what? There we go. Patterns. Not there. There. Okay, so sticks. Okay, so let's call for 10 of you. Okay. Haha. So crafting, it can pull from outside sources, pull into here, and push back into outside sources. And recognize. Okay, nice. Why do I have a feeling though that I won't be able to? Yeah, thought not. Darn it. Okay. So this design is, I'm thinking, hang on, let's, there we go. I'm thinking this design could be pretty good for, well, storage for one, which Soren's already abused, importing and exporting items, and power you can do on any, but you could use it for power. Let's see here, you can't. Wait, no, that overloads it. Yeah, and anyway, you can't. The crafting, however, does not transfer from one system to the next. Okay. So. You can do a lot with this. Let's get... what the... Okay. Okay, let me spend a second and get inventory tweaks to work. Okay, and apparently it doesn't like creative mode. Don't know why, but for some reason that's the way it works with this version. Okay, so let's dump a bit of this stuff. I'm not gonna need all this. Okay. I might even want to add extra utilities just for the angel wings. Whatever. Okay. Now let's get to the applied logistics. Okay, so basically I'm going to want I'm going to want crafting to test, which is going to require those. I'm going to want an enemy controller, because this is going to be the better version. Okay, got an interface. Let's see here. One second. Okay, I'm back. Now, where was it? Oh yeah, okay. So, as you can see, it's been a little while since I last recorded. Only really long enough for me to forget exactly what I was doing. But I just watched the video and I think I now have a decent idea as to what I was doing. Okay, so crafting main terminal. Okay, I'm gonna want a storage bus for sure. You know, I'm only gonna need to keep one of these in here. Okay, but I will need a drive to store it in. Creative and there we go, quartz fiber. Okay, this one's gonna be a little bit longer. Okay, so controller. No, I'll go with white again. Right. That's cable, not light gray. White. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this. Okay, so you are 8. You're 8. Okay, so let's interface, storage bus, interface. And yes, there is a reason as to why I am leaving these apart for the moment. And the reason why I'm doing this is so that I can do this. Okay. Boom. You're not gonna have anything flowing through. Yes, you are. Why? You should. Fine. I guess I'll just have to screw with it once it's up. Why does it always want to do something stupid like that? Okay. Yeah, this is the problem with the way it wants to do it. It wants to. So, I guess this is the way you have to do it. Okay, guess that's how you have to do it for it to all work correctly. Now this way, you can have each one of these can have another ME controller going off of it. So let's run some more. How far did this go? That went 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there we go. So that's that. Interface, 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 interface. Wait a minute, 1, 2. I should have stopped right here. No. not that. That. Okay, so by doing this design, all you need to do now from here is go out to here, put quartz, 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 quartz. Okay. Now, say you wanted one coming off of here, you just do that. Storage bus, interface, and voila. That now has channels. And you can drag it up as far as you want, but you do that. And all of a sudden, it's no longer, it's a separate system that you can do with as you please. And the absolute best thing about this, you can pretty much just copy and paste this over and over again and have it work every single time. All you need to incorporate this into your system is 2 channels and a lot of power. That's pretty much it. You will be able to, okay, if you wanted to, you could use this as, I would use this in a 3 system setup, okay, to show you how what I mean by this. I mean, this system would be, let's have that be represented by this creative energy cell. Okay, this is useful for any input, output, basic accessing of items, anything but crafting, and anything but anything related to crafting in any way, shape, or form, except for storage. And if you wanted to, you could run a channel, another network, another controller, another network that is just for P2P, and you transport both this and your actual network, which is going to be represented by that. You could use this to transport your actual network, which can craft, and you will always be accessing this network, and the network that can't craft from anything, and which is that. Sorry, my throat's gone a little bit sore. So, import buses can all go on here. Storage buses, all here. Drives, here. Okay, bus. Export buses, those ones, the export buses can to a point. If you get the crafting card and you put it in here, you can't. It has to be on the main one. So long as you don't have the crafting card on here, the export bus works fine. Okay, so this can be used for the export, import, storage, drives, power, both storage and any other form, let's see here. It can be used for if you wanted to, you could use it for the, that's good. If you wanted to, you could use it for the P2P tunnels. You really don't need to, though. That one doesn't need to have any link to the network in order to function. And P2P tunnels don't get transferred via interface and storage bus. So these stay in the network. So you can't even have it go from one of these to another. It has to be within that same network, which is why I would recommend the P2P actually fall under his control, and solely this one. Okay, but for a vast majority of what you're doing, heck, even if you wanted to, you could even have crafting on here. It just wouldn't be easy because the interface functions. So if you wanted to, you could, like, if you had Steve's Factory Manager, which I don't have installed in this instance, you could have a Steve's Factory Manager controller right here, and have all the items that it needs to craft whatever it is, as long as it doesn't take 9 items, right here. So long as it doesn't even take 8 items, sorry. It has to take 7 items or less for one interface to work. Else, you need 2, which, that's it for that. Anyway, and then you would just need 2. Well, heck, you could have one redstone reception and run 5 different crafts off of it. So it really would be fairly efficient if you wanted to do it that way, and then it doesn't take any energy. So you could technically do everything off of this system. It just gets to lagging out your computer. In all actuality, I have tested out this system before, which is why I knew so much about this. However, I was still planning on doing this with this. I just didn't end up recording at the time because I had a very bad cold. And I knew my voice would really be bad then. You think I'm quiet now? You don't know the half of it. So that's that. This design really could be amazing with this setup, because if you wanted to, and I do, you could take okay, 3, okay, that's 7 across. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It should be right. Yes, it is. Okay. Now you just come through here. And have P2Ps on all of those. And remember, each P2P can carry 32 channels. So, I've done the math on this, and give me 1 second now, I'll give you the number. And with this basic design, you can have 418 channels involved in crafting. If you wanted to, you could do this. And then pretty much double that. And I guess there is a bit of benefit to doing this. Just know that running your cables in here will be more than just a little bit insane. This design would get you so many channels that you wouldn't know what the heck to do with them all. In all actuality.
In all actuality though, I wouldn't even bother going that high, trying to go that crazy. The craziest I would go, due to the fact that I hate, due to the fact that I'm not much of a fan of cable management, is I would do that. Because this way, you have more room, and believe me, a single block helps a lot with this kind of cable management. So, I have a feeling that won't work. Oh no, that does. Okay. And then if you really wanted to go even crazier, this would be the absolute craziest I would recommend going with any ME system. Because this is just going to be the biggest pain to wire that you have ever known. Okay. Technically you can squeeze out more channels of this. But if you're really working to squeeze that many channels off of this one network, sorry, you're going to have a little bit too much stuff in your network. So this would be the absolute craziest I would ever go for a system. And believe me, this is more than most anyone watching this will ever use. Especially if they decide to combine this with that and that system. Because that system can relieve probably about 60-70% of the weight of the AE system. And that just makes it cheaper. And when combined in tandem, oh my god, you can go insane. So, anyone that watches this video, recommend to Soren to have him watch it. I just want to see how much he will blow people away with his insanity. And yes, he is insane. He does PvP because he thinks it's fun, not because he's trying to squeeze every last drop out of his AE network, or because he's trying to conserve on resources. They've got resources. They're just trying to avoid, well, yeah. He's just being insane, and pulling a sword, which I tend to say a lot. Okay, so that is this test. I'd say it's quite successful. I mean, it's not the absolute perfect thing that it could have, it's not the most perfect thing that it could have been. If they ever implement something that will allow you to transfer, well, combine two AE systems, maybe make it so that one ME controller can work with another ME controller via some special block of some kind, and have it work like a server in the real world, where there's multiple CPUs in controller working in tandem to complete a single task, or maybe even have them do that with the standard crafting. They're both ideas, and they'd both be interesting. Especially if they decide to make it so that you have to have a special block to connect them. But those are just side tangents, sorry. Now, time to get into this series. A little bit as to how this series is going to work from here on out. Well, this is a start, so how I'm planning on the series working, okay? If you ever have a cool idea that you want me to test, or if you have something that you think could be cool, and you want me to test it, just go ahead and send it to me. You can either send it down in chat, and I will try and look in chat every now and then and see what comments seem to be the most prevalent, and if it's really good, people will upvote your comment. Hopefully people upvote comments that you want to see. If you see it often, and just, please do not post the same thing over and over again, just upvote the one that is available. If you see it, please just upvote it. I don't want to have to see the same comment over and over again. Okay. Also, this is mod testing, so I will not be looking into any possible ways of getting Herobrine to show up. I'm just getting it out there before anyone even thinks to suggest that. Because I've seen way too many quote-unquote ways to get Herobrine to show up that just, one, are complete hoaxes, and two, take forever, and are painful as can be. So, there's that. So yeah, any cool ideas you have, go ahead and send me, and I will see which ones intrigue me the most. Also, which ones get you the most intrigued. These are tests, so it is meant to be something that, please don't send me something like, how long does it take to get a bee to breed out a special trait or something or other. Or anything that is just about length of time. Those things just hurt. Okay, well, I'll post this and see how it goes. This is your advice one, also known as Ty, signing off, and see you later, guys.